Ready, set, go!
Hey guys, it's Ron Bass. Yes, that's me. With another edition of the Ron Bass Show. It's your source for inspiration, encouragement, motivation, dry humor. Mr. Brent Atterbury. What say you, sir?
Top of the day to you.
Top of the morning, top of the afternoon.
Depends on where you're at.
That's true. I think it's like 8 hours from here to Bangladesh and other countries that listening to our podcast.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of times when we upload our podcast, like say at 2 in the afternoon, we don't start getting views until like the next day.
Oh.
Because it's like midnight or something where they're at.
Sure. Makes sense.
That's cool. Yeah. Makes sense. Hey guys, all kinds of stuff going on in the world.
Really?
Right? Yeah. We were talking about the Grammys a while ago, and we've got a superstar that lives just about 10 minutes from our office. Her name is Chappell Roan, and she was at the Grammys, and a lot of discussion about what she was wearing. Basically,
Not much.
And I was telling Brent, I think it's, from my perspective, it's her way of expressing herself about freedom of speech, freedom of how you feel, and I think it's cool. But 20 or 30 years ago, they would have been censored. So
Yeah.
It shows you how society is becoming more and more accepting of these sorts of things, nudity in particular. So I think it's okay. I'm not real sure about what to think about the parents and the kids and all that, but I guess it's just the way it is. So we have to kind of adapt and move on and accept things the way they are. But that gal, man, she has been so super successful now this last couple of years, and I'm so happy for her, coming from a small rural community. Heck, probably not 1,500 to 3,000 people that live in her town, Willard, Missouri, which is a suburb of Springfield, Missouri, where we are.
Yeah. I read also where she or her music is going to be featured in the popular game Fortnite.
How about that?
So, wow.
How about that? What was that lady? Yeah, we were talking about that on one of our podcasts. It was "Catch Me Outside." How about that? But in her street lingo, it was "Catch me outside." How about that? How about DAH is how they printed it, but I think it was more like DAT in street lingo.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. And she went on to become a superstar on the internet and social media, and pretty crazy. But who was the gal that was that got in trouble with the Bitcoin thing, or she launched one of those crypto sites, and she got in trouble? She was super popular for like a year. She had a podcast, got in a lot of trouble for it. What happened to her?
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know what happened to Dat.
No, this is another one. The internet's pretty crazy how many success stories have come out now, because it's like anybody can be a superstar now if you've got a channel.
Look at you.
Well, look at me. Yeah, right. Look at you. The dynamic duo here, right?
Yep.
Crazy times, man. But I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It gives more people a voice to express themselves. Having a YouTube channel like we have, we couldn't have done this like you said 20, 30, 40 years ago. The cost would have been enormous.
Yes.
But now we can have our own television channel, so to speak, and speak our minds and express ourselves, and kind of like Chappell Roan did, right? Our side of the fence is motivation. Her side of the fence is more, political and, of course, entertainment. But the Grammys were cool, man. Justin Bieber came on and did a stint. He hasn't been around in like 4 years. First time he's performed in 4 years. And there's been a lot of discussion because he came out with just shorts on and no shirt. But he's just so brilliant. The guy is so talented. He can come up with some stuff that nobody else can come up with, and people just love him. He went through a big problem with drugs and mental illness, and now, from everything I'm seeing and understanding, he's doing a whole lot better. He obviously has been working out. You can tell he's buff. He's sober, raising a kid, still married. So good for him. When you have that kind of fame at that age, he was a teenager, maybe not even quite a teenager. I'm sure that's a lot of pressure. And psychologically, it's just going to wear on you. I don't care how much money you're making and how famous you are. It's a lot of pressure. And I suspect that has a lot to do with why people in that situation, and he's not alone, go to drugs and go to alcohol and go to women and get screwed up, psychologically. And then the next thing you know, now they got a whole another big problem. That's the problem with any kind of a drug. It's like, when you're feeling anxious or depressed or discouraged, what do? You reach for something to make you feel better. And what usually is that? It's a drink. It's a pill. It's pot. It's women or men, depending if you're a man or a woman, or if you like both. So you're chasing the feel good. We talk about this, and now all of a sudden you go from this problem. Now you got a whole other problem because suddenly you're addicted to the new drug, and you can't get away from that. Now you got two problems. I was thinking about my brother. He was born schizophrenic. Well, you're not a happy person when you're seeing things and hearing things, and you're stressed out all the time. So what do? You reach for drugs. And the next thing you know, now you've got an addiction for drugs. Plus you've got a mental illness. Now you got two problems instead of just one. And it killed my brother. He overdosed. It happens all the time. I mean, every day somebody's telling me, oh, I lost my friend. What happened? He overdosed. These people aren't meaning to kill themselves, but it's just so easy with drug addiction because you build up such a tolerance. Next thing you know, man, you're taking too much stuff, you're passing out, you don't wake up. Or you have a heart attack, right? In my brother's case, I think it was a heart attack from doing too much. And he was just 49 years old. Crazy.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm not trying to be a Ronnie Downer here, but I'm just talking out loud, expressing myself.
Ronnie Downer.
Yeah, Ronnie Downer. That's what you said the last time. Instead of a
Downer.
Debbie Downer, I'm a Ronnie Downer. Okay, so talking about entertainment, here's a cool story. Brad Pitt, who's a famous actor, is also from Springfield, Missouri. But a lot of people don't know this about his past. He was an athlete, and something happened. I don't know the exact story, but he was not accepted on the team. I think in high school he was rejected. So I think of basketball.
Yes.
So his father, you know the story? His father and himself, I guess, started their own league. And he just bypassed the system.
Their own team and everything.
Their own team, yeah. So even at a young age, the point I'm trying to make was he was a very determined guy to be successful at whatever it was that he wanted to be successful in. I think that's a cool story.
He made it happen.
He made it happen. And then I saw another article the other day where when he first went to Hollywood, he got some extras, like these extra bits. And I saw two different films where he was in there, like just in the crowd, and they pointed him out and circled it. So look, everybody starts somewhere, guys. Yes. You're not going to start at the top, and we talk about it all the time that you have to enjoy the ride. Like I'm in the entertainment business, and I've got artists, and they're always complaining about not getting where they want to get to quick enough. It's just the way it's going to be, man. Even Chappell Roan. I mean, a couple years ago, her label had dropped her during COVID. I think it was during COVID, like 4 or 5 years ago. And she was only like maybe 20 years old when this happened. Because she was a promising artist. They signed her when she was like 16 or 17 or 18. And wow, her future was so bright, right? And then she got dropped. She went back to Missouri, lived with her parents, and I think got a job at a local Dairy Queen or something like that. So imagine this. That's just 2 or 3 years ago. And now she's on top of the world. So look, the key to the whole thing, guys, when it comes to success, is just don't give up on yourself. And she didn't. She stayed the course. She got right back into the music scene after a break, and the rest is history. Now she's, playing music all over the world, and she's famous. And she's only like 24, 5, 6, something like that. Very young. But the key is, whether it's Brad Pitt, whether it's you, it doesn't matter. Don't give up on yourself. That's the secret to the whole thing, man. Just keep going. I think about my career. Somebody said to me the other day at the bank, well, what's been the most difficult thing about your career? And I said, I think a couple of things. One, dealing with the up and downs. Because 1 minute you're doing okay, the next minute you're at the bottom. And you're thinking, what the hell just happened? But you get yourself back up, brush yourself off, and go again. And sometimes it can take years and years to get even halfway successful, let alone you could lose it all and have to start all over again. So nothing is perfect in life. The secret to the whole thing is staying the course, not giving up on yourself. And the second thing I think that was the most troubling for me along the way was the lack of self-confidence. Just when you get down, trying to convince yourself that you're going to be okay again, and build yourself back up again. And you have to do it. You have to do it yourself. You can't rely on anybody else to do it for you. That's a tough gig, but that's what you have to do. And I say that to say this. It's the highs and the lows that mold you into who you finally become. For me, at late in my life, getting into martial arts was a huge confidence builder for me personally, which allowed me to take on a whole lot of new business goals that I probably wouldn't have done otherwise, because my confidence in myself had rose so much because of all the trials and tribulations I had to go through in my martial arts career, which was not easy. But you have to stay the course, right? And I was talking to my coach last night about it. It's like, don't give up. We see people come and go all the time in our martial arts school, and I get it. But man, why not just hang in there? Even if it's not going well, who cares? If you stay with the process, whatever it is, whether it's sport or business or fitness or whatever you're trying to accomplish in life, if you don't quit, you're better off to go through the hell, because eventually you're going to get on the other side, as you are to give up. Now you got to look back and go, oh man, why did I do that? And then you don't want to get back into it because it's just so difficult. But when you're going through the process, yeah, it's hell, but you're kind of getting used to going through the hell. And you just stay that course, and eventually you're going to find yourself doing a whole lot better in whatever the goal is that you're looking to accomplish. Go ahead.
I've got to assume that everybody develops at different times and stages.
Yes.
Some people get it faster than others,
yes,
but some things require putting the work in,
yes,
no matter if you're slow at developing or fast at developing.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that's the way it rolls.
Yeah, like speaking of age, there's a gentleman I was just reading about that is 100 years old, and he's a bodybuilder, and he still works out 6 days a week.
Really?
Yeah. So you can talk about getting old and being old and that you can't do this, you can't do that, but that's a lot of baloney. Now, is this guy going to compare at 100 years old to a 20-year-old bodybuilder? Maybe not physically.
No.
But it doesn't matter. The idea is that he did not give up on his goals because he's old. He stays the course, and he continues to work out. And he's a champion in his age group.
I was going to say, compare 100-year-old to 100-year-old.
Right.
Come on.
Right. But even like in my martial arts business, they have categories for
Right,
ages. So
right.
you can still do your thing. Are you going to do as well against a guy that's 30, 40 years younger? Probably not, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you can't engage in the process. So don't use age as an excuse is what I'm trying to say.
No, Ron, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
I've heard you use it sometimes.
Have I?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'm getting old.
My bad. No, not getting old. I am old.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a senior citizen,
What
man.
is old,
Well, I mean, if you read the way that they categorize you, you're old at, I think they say you're old at 62 or 65.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So does that mean
You're elderly at 75.
Well, it doesn't mean you're ancient at 90?
You're ancient, man.
Almost did. I mean,
you're ancient.
why do they use those terms?
I think it's because of Social Security and because of the actuary tables on life insurances. Because when you buy life insurance,
Yeah.
the older you get, the more you have to pay for your premiums.
Yeah.
Because they know your time's coming soon.
Right.
They got to pay out the money.
I know.
Think about that.
Crazy.
Think about having to face your mortality. And when you're old, it's like it gets shorter and shorter and shorter. You may feel great right now,
Right.
but you're going to reach a point where you're not going to feel great.
Right.
And it's going to happen quick, probably. If you're healthy to the end, there's just going to come, like Jack LaLanne was 96 years old. He got pneumonia, and he died 6 months later, but he was perfectly healthy up until the last 6 months, and then it hit. So you have to be realistic. That doesn't mean that you should not give into it.
Right.
Because like we talk about all the time, if you work out every day and you eat right and you rest right, you don't do drugs and alcohol and do all the right thing, follow the rules, your life's going to be so much better. You're going to be so much happier. And enjoy your life, man. You don't have to be young to enjoy it. You can be old and enjoy your life.
Yeah.
But you got to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll shut up and let you talk now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got a lot of notes, but I bored them enough already.
Well, speaking of bodybuilding,
Yes.
did you know that U.S. women are getting fat injected from dead people's bodies to achieve hourglass figures?
What?
Yes, yes.
That's crazy.
The fat is harvested from organ and tissue donors who have donated their bodies to science. This is from a company, Tiger Aesthetics,
Okay.
and they're claiming that it's a ethically sourced product, and they're basically saying it. We feel like we're recycling.
What? This is bizarre.
It says women use this injectable filler to enhance breasts, hips, and buttocks.
Interesting.
Yes. So,
But from dead people.
yes.
I don't understand
That
that.
have donated their bodies to science, yes.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yep, they say it's better than chemicals or
better than
stuff
the artificial
from
fillers. I get
yeah,
it. I get
yeah.
It. I get it.
So, anyway,
Well, you know, the women are into the lips and the butts and the boobs, you know.
yeah.
I get
So
it.
are men.
Or men.
So,
I'm not sure about that side of the fence.
today, you're going to like this.
Okay.
Is National Homemade Soup Day.
Oh, we like soup.
Oh man, homemade soup too. Not the stuff in the can,
Yeah.
homemade soup. And then it's National Sweater Day
Ooh.
and Thank a Mail Carrier Day. So
Think of what?
thank
Oh,
a
thank
mail
a mail
carrier.
carrier. You're talking about post office.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank a mail carrier, someone that delivers the mail. You're supposed to thank them. They're underappreciated. So
Interesting. Well, I see them out there in the snow and the ice and the cold, and I
Yeah.
think, wow.
they deliver the mail no matter what.
No
even
matter
if-
what, through rain, sleet, or snow. They
That's
used to
right.
say.
Here you have a dog that bites. Yeah, they get it done.
I wonder how
Get her
many
done.
times a year mailmen do get bit by dogs.
Oh, more than you think, I'm sure.
That's a hard process to go through, isn't it? Like you got to get rabies shots. You got to go.
Well, maybe, yeah. I know, depending on how the mail system is set up in your town or county, like my town, they drive and drop it off, so they never get. I don't think they ever get out, but in
Gotcha.
some areas they get out and walk. Yeah. So
Cool beans, cold
that's all I
chicken.
got.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, I guess we'll close it out then. If you got any words of wisdom for us,
No, I just like what you had to say today.
you did.
Yes, I
you.
like that.
You like that?
I like that a lot.
You like that a lot. Okay, guys. Well, listen. If you don't give up, eventually, just remember the stars are going to line up, and when that happens, you're going to be a lot happier. You like that word, happier?
I
We
do.
used that earlier today.
Yes.
Happier.
Yes.
Happy. That's a good word. Mm-hmm. But until that time comes, and even after that time comes, just remember the most important thing every single day to remember is to keep your chin up, your head up, and always, 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 always stay positive.